everyone. Here we are. It's Monday. This is going to be a little Monday motivation, another podcast, day 4 of 100. Wanted to put together a little bit inspiration around why we set impossible goals. I'll be honest with you, I haven't really been into goal setting the last many years. I did a vision board back in 2014, and I do believe that everything that I put on the vision board has either happened or will happen. Everything except for Taylor Swift. She hasn't come around. So I'm more of a Dua Lipa person anyways at this point. I digress. But the importance of having goals, having clear goals, establishing what we're here for, why we're here. But again, in this video, I'm going to do a deep dive around impossible goals. If you've been on my Substack, you know that I've been activated by Dr. Benjamin Hardy and his work at the Science of Scaling, scaling.com. He's the author of 10x is easier than 2x, the author of Be Your Future Self Now. I just love his work. I think that, I've given a lot of thought to this. His understanding of trauma, he's an integrated human, very good human too. He and his wife adopted 3 children from the foster system. And then her IVF journey, apparently, that was resolved or somehow, some way. And then he had twins with her. He jokes about, how about that for 10x? He went from 0 kids to 5 kids in a year's time. And they subsequently had another child, and I think they adopted another child. So he's got 7 kids. He's really motivated to serve, and he understands trauma informed. He's been through the journey. He's done the healing journey. He's done the healing work. His message is very holistic. I was so gripped by his share in the first few chapters of Be Your Future Self Now, where he shares an experience, a horrific, harrowing experience of being a 16-year-old kid who was driving with his mom and his brother, and his mom got tired, so he raised his hand and said, "Hey, yeah, I'd love to drive and to get time to get behind the wheel." And again, in the barren highways of Idaho, he's driving, she's in the back seat asleep, and his brother is in the front seat. And the road worker that was supposed to show up to put the cones on didn't do that. I think there might have been a rainstorm, and he went off the highway at 60 miles per hour. So we can imagine that cinematic, the car rolling over, that his mother was thrown from the car, and she barely survived. They did the flight for life, and it was really deep share. And to imagine being a 16-year-old kid having to go through that, and it wasn't his fault. The road worker did not show up that night, and it was a really powerful share of when the officer to the scene came to the hospital and was talking to him. Apparently his hair was falling out. He was in a deep state of shock, and the officer basically said, "Hey, this can ruin your life, or you could use it, and you could, this wasn't your fault, and to know that you got to keep your head up here and to be strong for your family." And it was a deep moment, and he understands trauma, and as an adult survivor of childhood trauma, that matters to me. And as I write often, I really truly believe that our deepest pain, deepest trauma can be our greatest strength. I've been saying this, beating this drum since 2019 when I released Worth the Fight, that a degree to which we lean into our darkness, the pain, the adversity, the trauma, is the very same degree to which we can stand and share and love in our light. And again, he exudes that ethos in his writing, and PhD who's studied courage and leadership. So just in awe of his writing and what they're doing at scaling.com, where their motto is 10x your business in 3 years or less, 10x or more in 3 years or less. And it's just, again, that's a really audacious, as Tony Robbins calls it, strategic audacity. But the framework is really powerful, And it's helped me to understand a lot of my client breakthroughs and these incredible shifts in transformation that I've seen, not just with scaling abundance and prosperity, but with healing and letting go of past hurts and harmonizing addiction and going from stuck to well and thriving. So again, I'm kind of reverse engineering, diving into his programs, trying to understand and to have a stronger framework for my clients as I'm trying to help them prime these prosperity pathways. Dr. Hardy writes in depth about pathways thinking. And so let's dive into the again, why we're setting impossible goals. And I'll even be audacious here and set some impossible goals for all of you today. Feeling really good. It's a beautiful morning here in Miami, and I am ready to storm 2026. But before I share my goals, let's talk about frame, floor, focus, flow. Frame is setting the impossible goal, the goal that scares your soul. Big goal, tight time frame. Why? Because this big goal is going to call into question how we're spending our daily life. All of our actions during the day-to-day is going to be called into question by the impossible goal. Is going to serve as an aggressive filter for how we spend our time in our daily lives. If we have vague goals and that are under long time horizons, we're not going to be motivated to do what needs to be done today in order to get to that goal. So it helps us see clearly what is in alignment and what's out of alignment of that goal. We cut the BS. This is the 80-20 rule. We find the 20% that's really moving the needle, our 20% genius, and then we aggressively cut what is beneath our floor. Again, frame, we set the impossible goal. Floor, we raise our floor, raise our standards, cut the BS, stop lying to ourselves about what's not working. And then that clears energetic space for focus, for pathways thinking, for prosperity pathways, for new aligned blessings to come into our life. Very often in the form of what Dr. Hardy calls super who's, these highly leveraged individuals that can come into our life to help us reach our big goals, because we're not meant to do it alone. We're not meant to do this alone. And so often, these are Dr. Hardy's words that are ringing through my head. There's one super who that can help us get to our impossible goal. So again, we set the impossible goal, we raise our floor, raise our standards, cut the BS, clear the energetic space for new aligned blessings so we can be more focused. We live the focused life, focused path. And as Stephen Kotler, the author of Stealing Fire, writes, flow follows focus. So when we're living a focused life, we're more apt, more likely, we're primed to get into the flow state, where the flow science researchers say that we're massively leveled up in creativity, productivity, and learning. And again, that's how we're channeling that flow. We're channeling that productivity, creativity, and learning towards our big, impossible goal with a tight time frame. It's Monday, I think January 11th or 12th, and my impossible goal for 2026 here is to travel around the world. I've been feeling the last few weeks my free spirit is starting to come alive now that I'm all moved into my new place in Miami Beach, closing this really intense chapter of my mom passing on this last year. And there's a lot of clarity around, hey, whoa, this is the year. This is the year to finish your around the world travels. I'm so ready to meet that special woman and have sacred union and to hopefully have children. And I want to get all of the traveling in and the adventuring in before that. And I've got aggressive goals for income this year to 3x my coaching this year. I've been just finished this Graham Cochran challenge, and he's one of the biggest thinkers on planet Earth, and he's got me primed with all sorts of creative ways to expand my service offering. And so keep an eye on that in the weeks and months to come. All in on this 100-day challenge, and showing up for all of you, sharing inspiration. It's kind of daunting for me. Had a rare sleep disturbance last night. I ironically put a video out 2 days ago about how that is something that doesn't hardly happen anymore. But I was thinking, oh geez, I'm feeling a lot of pressure because I'm out on a limb here. So I so appreciate your support, appreciate the comments, appreciate you sharing this with somebody that might need some inspiration, might need some of that frame, floor, focus, flow, activation energy for their 2026. If you have any questions, please do let me know. I hope that this turns out okay. I'm recording this on my phone, and but yeah, couldn't be more excited about the path ahead. The more beautiful world our hearts know is possible during these precarious times. Again, so much precarious times, I should say. So much love to all of you. Love and peace. Stay tuned for day 4 tomorrow. I'm gonna keep pounding these out daily. These micro doses, mini doses of podcasts on my YouTube channel, the video, and then also on Apple Podcasts. All of these I'm going to be posting on both mediums. So again, feel free to share and reach out if I can be of service. So much love to all of you. Love and peace.